Just a second. There we go. I think just as that, my husband's phone kicked into the Bose very loudly. But so welcome to our training. Learning Together is what Jane came up with that name of how basically we're doing a training this evening in place of our Zoom. And then on Thursday night as well, we have a bunch of newbies or people who have been with us for a while that have just recently started to share. And we want to make sure that you have all the tools necessary and the how-tos on how to succeed in this business, or just how to succeed in sharing or getting your products for free, right? Whatever your goal is, we will work with you with that. And we always do that because we have people coming in who have different goals. We have people who just want to use the products, and maybe, if their mom or best friend could benefit from it, share it with a few people. We have some people who are like, I want to get my products paid for. And of course, that's our first goal for all of you, to get your products paid for. And then we have people who are like, I see a dream. I see amazing things that I think I can do with this business. And I want to go all the way, and I want all in. And you might be at one stage now and a different stage later. I can tell you that when I first joined, I was not at the stage that said, I mean, if you would have told me that I'd have my own small business, I would have said, you're crazy. And here I am. I have a very successful home-based business, and it's my joy. It's my fun. It does not feel like work. I love it. So no matter where you're at, these tools are important for you to know. And so tonight, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to share, the different ways that you can share, and some of the tools that are available for you to share, and some of the techniques that we use just starting out. And then on Thursday night, Jane is going to be sharing on, I believe, back office training for sure. And then was there something else as well, or you think we're going to just keep it to back office, Jane?
I would bet back office will probably fill that time. And then if people have questions, I can try to help through that also.
Can you all hear Jane? You can hear her. I can't hear her. Why can't I hear her? That's really
Catherine,
weird. Just a second.
I had somebody say that they couldn't hear you either.
What's that?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I just had to hit the volume button.
Okay.
But somebody else was saying they couldn't hear me at all?
Yes, so maybe it's the same issue. I'll let her know.
Yeah, all I had to do was hit my volume button on my computer once, and all of a sudden you were really loud. So it must have been muted or something.
It'll be back office. And then if people have questions, I'll try to help with that.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited about this. It's going to be good. It's great. So, okay. Well, we're going to be starting something a little bit new too. Jane and I were talking today, and she's been kind of watching some Brooke Hemingway things, and she shared that at the beginning of Brooke's Zoom every time, you're going to have to ask your dad, honey. Okay, I love you. Okay. That somebody shared their story, and I'd love to start doing that, is just have somebody share their story at the beginning of every Sunday night Zoom, so that we're hearing each other's stories of how these products change lives. And they really do. And so for tonight, I thought we have a lot of newbies who probably haven't heard my story. So my name is Catherine. I am your upline, is what our terminology. When you're talking to a potential, I'm your friend. Don't use the term upline, but I'm your sponsor, might be several levels of sponsors. And Plex has changed my life tremendously. I was very sick after the birth of my third child. I had 3 children in 5 years. I couldn't function most days. It took them about 8 months to diagnose me with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is hypothyroid but it's in the it's a permanent autoimmune condition. And at that time, they'd said, good news, you can just take this little pill. It's going to make everything better. Well, it did not. It improved things. I walked through life in a fog at the age of 37 years old with 3 little kids that were dependent on me. I had to take multiple naps a day. I teach college by day, and between classes, I would lay on my floor in the office and take a nap to be able to teach my afternoon classes. And I'd come home and I'd take another nap to be able to put my kids to bed at night and bathe them and everything like that, right? It was not a normal way of living, and I had extreme joint pain. I couldn't walk upstairs very easily. I had to pull myself up. I definitely could not carry my kids, play with them, run with them, things like that. So it was no way to live. And praise God, it took me a few times to get hit in the head before I said yes. The first time I got my Plexus, somebody told me about Plexus. I was at my garage sale, and I'm like, what's Plexus? I saw it on her shirt, and she told me about it. She sent me a sample. She never followed up with me. I want to tell you all that. Okay. She never followed up with me. She sent me I think it was a 3-day or a 7-day trial pack for free, and never followed up with me. Okay. But anyways, at that time, I looked at it. I looked at the ingredients. I didn't know anything about them. I didn't even take the time to research. I threw it in the garbage. Very sad. Now I'm like, that was gold. But then a few months later, I was having more problems, stomach problems. My hair was falling out. No, my hair was not falling out yet. I was having major stomach problems. I was kickboxing. I was eating healthy. I was still having problems. I was still putting on weight. And my friend Christina at a picnic, just standing in line at a picnic, shared Plexus with me. And then a few months later, she posted on Facebook about a special. And that was, between those 2 times, was when my hair started falling out in clumps, and call it vanity. I was ready to get started. But I didn't sign up for sharing. I signed up to feel better. And I did. Within a few months, I felt amazing. My stomach problems went away. My joint pain went away. To make a very long story short, my doctors took me off my meds for a scan and had me off my meds for a series of about 8 months between my scan and when 5 months maybe, when I saw a specialist. And by the time I saw that specialist, being off thyroid meds and on Plexus, and I wasn't on a low dose of thyroid meds, I was on a very high dose of thyroid meds. And by the time I saw that specialist, she was just going to put me on the very lowest dose. And I said to my doctor, I went back home and said to my doctor, I said, you've seen what's happened with Plexus, because they were watching my numbers that whole time climb, my thyroid. And my thyroid got back to normal within 11 months of being on Plexus, and has been ever since. And that was after 2 years of it diving and them telling me that I just needed to wait till it was dead, and then my meds would level out. Okay. These products are amazing. And we're not going to do product training tonight. I'm going to share with you how you can get product training. And then we're going to also try and do some more product training on our page, just on a weekly basis. And so I'd like you to watch for that. But I didn't know anything about the products when I first started sharing. Okay. I just shared my story. I didn't know what was in them, things like that. Sometimes I have people say to me, you know what, I need to know what's in every product before I can start sharing, or I need my own story before I can start sharing. You don't need any of those things, okay? Number one, you don't need to know about every single product. Your sponsor knows, or your sponsor's sponsor knows. And we're going to tell you how you can share that or use that resource. Number two, you don't need a story. There's people right here on this page that have stories that you can share with your friends who have the same problems. I see Kayleen nodding her head. She had major joint problems. Andrea had major stomach problems. Jane was that tired mama who couldn't make it through the day, right? We've got stories, and you can share our stories until you have your story, because you will have your story. Okay. And so that's the first thing I want to share with you is you don't need a story. You don't need to be the expert. We have lots of ways for you to share right away without that. And so I want to kind of tell you just to give you a glimpse of how you can get started. And I'm going to tell you how I got started sharing. Number one, I started looking better, feeling better. People started asking me what I was doing. And I started telling them. And then they joined me or ordered from me. And when I saw that, I'm like, well, this is kind of easy. Maybe I should start sharing on Facebook like my friend Christina did. So, and Christina kind of helped me write that and stuff like that. So I started sharing on Facebook, and then I had more people joining me, purchasing, things like that. Within a month, I did go silver. And you maybe have been watching our Positively Pink page where we have a Silver in 7 series. If you have not been watching that, it's on our Positively Pink team page. If you're not on that, ask your sponsor to add you. I think almost everybody is. But you can go on there, watch the videos, and we tell you, several of the leaders on this team put together this Silver in 7 series. We tell you what you need to do to start sharing and how to do it. And so those videos are on the page for you to do, okay? And so that's a great first step for you in sharing. So my biggest thing is, start sharing right away. Because it's our goal to help you all get your products paid for. There's nothing better. The only thing better than awesome products are awesome products that are paid for, right? And so we'd love to help you get your products paid for. And there's several different ways that you can share these products. And so today I'm going to share with you, and I kind of, if you're taking notes, I drew like a little, anybody a mind map? I kind of do some mind mapping sometimes when I'm teaching. It helps me visually lay out how I'm going to talk about things. But the first way is face-to-face. And so similar to my friend Christina, right? When she was at a picnic with me, I was telling her about my stomach issues, of how I was eating gluten-free, and she ate gluten-free too. And I was kickboxing, I was having stomach problems. And then she just said, have you heard of Plexus? And I'm like, I have. This one lady at my garage sale, and then she told me her story of how it's really helped her. Or if she wouldn't have had a story, she could have said, my friend Catherine has stomach problems. It's really helped her a lot. So you can see this. You don't have to have your own story. And you can say, my friend Jane, it's really helped her have way better energy. I just started, but you know what? Can I get you some information about it? Would you like to learn more? So that's a very easy way to share it face to face. Or sometimes I will hear somebody just talking about their health issues, and you don't want to just like say, oh, or you can bring it up like I just did, but also really listen to them, right? Oh my gosh, that has to be so painful. Is that, my friend so-and-so, like, don't just like jump in there with the Plexus. Actually listen to them, empathize with them, because that's why we do this, is to help other people feel better. Because living the way, that's why I share this, is like living the way that I lived was no way to live as a mama. And there are so many people at all stages of life, before they have kids, after having kids, empty nesters, whatever it might be, people who are struggling, and you offer hope. You have hope. We have a responsibility to share this hope, right, with people. And so face-to-face is that first way of sharing, and that can be with your friends, your family members, your coworkers. People will start to notice after you're on Plexus for a while. They're going to start to notice a difference in you, and they're going to ask, and you need to be ready to be bold and to share this hope with them. The second thing I want to talk to you about is sharing on Facebook, okay? Sometimes that's scary for people, and it depends on how active you are on Facebook, but I can tell you that two of our main leaders, for sure, I know Beth and Jane, neither of them were very active on Facebook at all. And they've built a business, and and become more active by becoming more active on Facebook. So we have Facebook and Instagram. Many of us are just starting to understand Instagram and all the nuances of it. I've just recently started playing with where we are sharing. If you're not a part of our share community, and if you're on Instagram, message me and say, I want to be added to that share thing. What we do is we share our post so that somebody knows we just posted, and then we all go out and comment on it to give it activity. But with Facebook sharing, you don't want to be a billboard, okay? You don't want to have a whole bunch of posts and things like that. Sweetheart, please give it to your daddy, okay? I have to do this now. I'm sorry. Okay. It's like he's in the bedroom, out of sight, out of mind. Mom's here talking to a computer screen, so she must be the one who has to sign the form. But anyways, when you're on Facebook, you don't want to do a whole bunch of like billboards, ads, and things like that. I mean, there's times I just posted one that Jane had posted that I'm like, for Veterans Day, I did post a graphic of our X Factor vitamin that they're doing the promo on. But most days, what you want to do is you want to engage your audience with your life and with your results. And so the first thing is that you want to share your life, help them know you, your family, things like that. What are you doing? Last night it was the first snow here in Minnesota, or first bigger snow in Minnesota. And my kids were sledding at 9:00 at night. And so I took a picture of them with their sleds, posted it out there, said, first Minnesota snow, so much, or in the new home, and so much fun, right? And so you can share just your life. You don't have to have it all be about Plexus. You want them to be following you because they know you, they love your family, they want to see what you're up to, things like that. And then you want to sneak or just place Plexus in there in natural places. And so the other thing you should share is be encouraging. I don't know if you've all noticed, but Facebook can be a very negative climate, right? Sometimes it's like people are complaining about how horrible things are, or there's political stuff, there's just a lot of negativity. You want people to be drawn to you, and so you want to keep the negativity off your page and put positivity on your page. We have several people on our team. Andrea and Elizabeth both do a great job of putting a lot of positive quotes on there. They're great people to kind of watch with that. And so, just really bring positive quotes, positive encouraging words, whatever it might be, keep it positive, okay? You might have a rough day. You can talk about the rough day, but turn it around positive, right? What was the icing on the cake? What was the good part of the day, even in the midst of rough days, right? So you want to have encouraging posts. I'm watching my time here. The next thing is, when you're sharing about Plexus, share your story or share someone else's story if you don't have a story yet. So it can be testimonies. Stories are powerful. People watch stories. And so whether it would be posting, you can, honestly, you can go on you can go onto Google and put Plexus testimonies, or you can go on Gut Health and Happiness and put Pleximony, and you're going to find a whole bunch that you can cut and paste and share on your page. You don't want to hit share and then share. You want to cut and paste it, because when people see shares, it's like once removed, they ignore those more. Okay, so you want to kind of cut and paste it. Maybe put an intro that says, "Wow, this person's story is amazing," right? But if you're just starting out, and I know we've got some fabulous results on this in this group, because I'm in the weight loss challenge with a bunch of you. Somebody on there, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Was it Brooke? I'm trying to remember. Who lost the 5 pounds already?
Shanna? How do you say that, Kayleen?
Shayna.
Shayna
lost 5 pounds already. It's just like,
In 1 week.
Awesome. What's that?
In less than a week.
In less than a week, yeah. So, it's like if I was Shayna, I would be on there saying, oh my goodness, I started this pink drink that my friend Kayleen recommended. And I've been, I don't know how long you've been talking to her about it, but, I've been watching her for a while, kind of dragging my feet. And I started it a week ago. And oh my gosh, I already lost 5 pounds.
Yeah, so a little bit about Shayna. She's been watching me for a year because of my health issues. And if you guys want to hear my story, I'll give it to you. I love sharing it. But she's always been like, no, I'll just do this Kobachi and stuff. And she was not having any results. And so she's like, okay, I have money. I think me and my husband are in a good place. I want to try it. And she texted me, and then she put it in the weight loss group. And I was like, so you should take that and put it on Facebook, because you have results in less than a week.
Yeah.
Like mine were 3 days. So.
Did she put it on Facebook? Because we should all be commenting if she did.
She's like, I'll probably do it this week. I said, you should do it now, girlfriend.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, and it's powerful. So whether it's like you lost an inch or, oh my gosh, I have so much more energy. Oh my word, I didn't drink my coffee this morning and I didn't miss it at all. Little things like that. It doesn't have to be a big, long testimony. It can be the little changes that you see. Tell people about it. They're going to be watching. They're going to be watching you for a year, or hopefully shorter than that. But those, just tell your story and work with your sponsor. If you're like, sometimes I have people say, I just don't know what to post. Work with your sponsor. We can help you know what to post. And on Positively Pink also, recently I posted a first post idea type of thing with wording and everything. You just need to basically copy and paste. Okay, so that's a piece of it. Facebook sharing is a piece of it. And this is where I'm saying, okay, like that lady who shared with me her packet, or she shared with me, got my address, sent me a packet, and that's where it stopped. Okay, same thing. Christina was posting on she told me about it, and she posted on Facebook. Now, I can't remember if it was the same night. I think it really was, but let's say it wasn't the same night and she never followed up with me. That'd be a problem, right? And so our Silver and Seven talks about follow-up. One of the videos really talks about follow-up a lot. But here's the thing, is sometimes people are like, I share it on Facebook. Oh my gosh, Catherine, there's a whole bunch of comments. What do I say? How do I respond? I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. You don't need to know what to say. All you need to say is, oh my gosh, I'll message you. Okay, so you message the friend and you say, Sherry, I'm so excited that you want to learn more about Plexus. I'm brand new to Plexus as well. And so I've added my friend Janet to this chat so that she can help me explain the different products to you and the different ways to buy. So I want to introduce my friend Janet to you. Okay, it's called a 3-way chat. And I'm gonna try to, let's see if I can do this. Let's get fancy. I do it at school all the time, so hopefully it works. Sometimes people are like, I don't know how to do a 3-way chat. And so here I am. I'm gonna see if I can figure out. Where'd you go? Where's my Zoom? Are you still there? Shoot.
Yeah.
I can still hear you. I just need to find the screen. It like minimized. There it is. Okay. I'm going to see if I can. Google Chrome, Facebook, it shows white. Might not work for me. What can you see right now? Oh, nothing yet, I bet. That's not working. I was gonna try to share how you do that, because sometimes I don't think people, it seems pretty simple, but it's not letting me. Okay, we're gonna nix that idea. So when you are in Facebook and you go into Messenger, does everybody know how to get into Messenger? The people I can see right now, I'll know how to because I've been in there. But if you're going to Messenger, you usually just write one person's name. But in any chat, there's a plus sign at the top that you can add a second person or a third person or a fourth person or as many as you want. So that's all you do is hit that little plus, add a second person to it. Can I also just challenge you? And if you're a yellow personality, which are the ones that really care what people think, and I am partially, I'm a red yellow, so I'm relating to you. But if you're yellows really care about people, they're very nurturing, they make wonderful ambassadors because they absolutely love on people, and that's why they're sharing, is because they love people and they care about them. But we also tend to care what people think, and sometimes people won't add their sponsor to that chat because they're afraid that the other person might get upset. Can I just challenge you to just not even ask, but just do? Sometimes if you're trying to do it on your own, you're limiting yourself because you don't know everything about things. And sometimes people will set people up wrong. Like they'll have them order as a ambassador when they're only getting like the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. That's not good business for you. And so we have the experience. We're here to help you. So use the 3-way chats. Just say to your friend, I'm going to add you to this chat with my friend Catherine, or I've added you to this chat with my friend Catherine. She really knows more about me. If you ask them, sometimes they might be hesitant to do that. Okay. And then you handicap yourself a little bit, right? You're keeping that from moving forward. They're afraid to bring somebody else in, or whatever it might be. So just add us right away, get us in a 3-way chat. That way they're hearing the stories from you and from me, or you and from Jane, or whatever it might be. They're getting 2-party validation, and that's good. Okay. Plus, we're guiding you in the best way for your business. If we see that somebody just wants a pink drink, you're definitely putting them as a preferred customer. If they want the whole triplex, they're all in, they're committed for 6 months, they're going to put a subscription on, then yeah, you can put them as an ambassador. So we'll help you make those decisions too, or help guide the person in the right direction. And so let me just back up a smidge, okay? The 3-way chats are powerful. Before you put somebody in a 3-way chat, or at the same time, we have a wonderful resource called Gut Health and Happiness. It is a group page that is put on by several people above me. Several people above me. Why is it? Okay. Oh, tells me my meeting now has unlimited minutes. That's sweet. Awesome. Sorry. I lost track of it. Anyways, Gut Health and Happiness, several diamonds above me, several diamonds, tons of jewels on there, tons of stories and testimonies about every single health issue that you can imagine is on there, okay? And so we do act with Gut Health and Happiness. Add your person, connect by basically telling them, hey, I added you to this group called Gut Health and Happiness. Make sure you accept the invitation, because groups are making you accept the invitations now. And then you're going to tag them in a testimony that is something similar to what their health issue is. There's tons of testimonies. All you have to do is there's a little search bar off to the left. You search in Gut Health and Happiness for anxiety or arthritis or athletes. If you're trying to, do you know how awesome our products are for athletes? People who don't have maybe a health issue, but they're runners. You know how great Chromium is for their muscles? It's fabulous, right? So there's tons of testimonies on there. You're gonna add them to that page. You're gonna connect with them and tell them that you added them. Then you're gonna tag them in, or you're gonna tell them you're gonna tag them, and then you're gonna tag them in there. And do that at about the same time as you do the three-way chats, or the three-way chat with your sponsor. Okay? If your sponsor is brand new, then do a four-way chat. So it's you, your sponsor, your potential, and your sponsor's sponsor. Because, and the benefit of that is that then your sponsor and you are both learning from that sponsor above you how to do this. And this is how you learn. This is how you learn how to vet people and figure out whether they'd be a better customer or a better ambassador, is by watching. This is how you learn about the products, is by watching and listening what your sponsor shares, right? And so it's getting some feedback here.
Hey, Sylvia, can you mute, please?
I'm muting her, but it's not sticking. I wonder if
Okay.
I'm muting at the same time.
Oh, she wrote, I'm trying.
Yep. There we go. Okay, so so the three-way chats, Gut Health and Happiness, awesome tools for you to use. Amazing tools for you to use. The other thing is that we have events that you can plug people into all the time. You can see the 3-day blitz is coming up on Team Wellness, or with Team Wellness. If you haven't been added to that, that starts tomorrow. So it's tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can add potentials to that. The best case scenario, or what is kind of the requirements of the group, but if you don't have it in the people's hands yet, it's okay, is that you would get 3 sticks of SLAM to your potential, and that they would then be on that page on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you want to be on that page Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even if you don't have sponsors. If you're brand new, this is a great way for you to learn about the products. It's a fabulous way for you to learn about the products. Just go on there and, you know, watch the videos, read the posts. If it's a written post, copy and paste the information about the X Factor vitamin into your notes, so you have that available the next time somebody asks you, do you have a kids vitamin? Well, yes, we do. You want some information on it? You know, that type of thing. So anyways, so there's constantly events. So watch our Positively Pink page. If you're on Team Wellness as well. If you're not on Team Wellness, get on Team Wellness, okay? Jane and I and some of the other leaders on this, on our Positively Pink team page, we like to put a lot of information out there for you, but our jewels on Team Wellness are amazing. I want you to learn from them. I want you to be on there. It's only going to help you in your health journey and in your business if you choose to continue forward in the business, or even just getting silver, right? And then let's see. Let's talk about that, okay? Continuing forward in the business. Like I said, I had no plans to do a business. But what happened was my products were paid for. And then I realized how easy that happened. And then all of a sudden I had $100 more for our household, and it was paying for kids' events. And then I had a few $100s more. And then we saw a property for sale. And we had always wanted to get on the lakes. We live in the lakes area of Brainerd, Minnesota. And we'd always wanted to get on a lake. And I was like, we could buy that property. I have the extra income coming in. And so then it became that, right? And all along, this just doesn't feel like work to me, because I'm really passionate about helping people feel better. Because again, I've been there. It sucks. I don't want anybody to have to be there, right? And so, through a series of events, you know, I just started to really share more. And once I had that why of why am I sharing beyond just helping people feel better. That's awesome. But when you have a dream for your family, for your future, for your financial future, it really puts a drive underneath you that says, oh my gosh, this is an amazing opportunity. In what job can you give yourself a raise every single month? Right? I think in higher education, we're lucky if we get one every year. You know, it takes a legislative passing for us to get, right? I don't know, every 2 years, is that when we get it, Beth? I can't remember, but you know, the union and they all have to get together and talk. But so this was a business that I'm like, it's something I'm passionate about. It's something I love. I love helping other people feel better. And oh my gosh, it could change our family's financial future. And so I hope that you can see that. I hope that you see what gold is in front of you and how you could change your family's future. And so I want you to think about that. I want you to dream. So many people get stuck and stop dreaming. We dream when we're in our 20s, our 30s, and then after we're paying the bills and day to day, we stop dreaming. Plexus is going to allow you to dream again. So many of us have started to dream again. So I want you to think about that. I want you to start dreaming. If you want to take it all the way, and I highly recommend and challenge you to do it because it's amazing. This team is amazing. It's super fun. It's super fun changing lives and getting those rewarding posts or comments back that say how much better they feel, or I just paid off my school loan, or that just paid for our truck that broke down last week that I didn't expect, and praise God for my Plexus check, or whatever it might be. I love getting those messages from my team, and that is rewarding. And so if you're wanting to, these are some other ways that I want to challenge you to do some self-training, okay? Number one, YouTube is your friend. This is how I self-taught myself for several years. I was not plugged in very much with the team. I did not have a sponsor who was overly active online with the business, shared face-to-face, but I was doing dishes, I did YouTube. I did laundry, I was doing YouTube. I was talking to Jane, was cleaning yesterday, she was watching videos. You know, I know that several of us do this. We come, you know, we're driving, we're listening to YouTube. We're not watching, just listening, right? It's your friend. Put in Plexus, pink drink, ingredients, learn. Ask your sponsor, who are some of the diamonds or the experts I should look up? I can tell you some of them offhand. Brooke Hemingway, Ame Darling for products, right? There's so much out there on YouTube. Number two, take part in this Sunday night Zoom. We always try and bring something to you that can help you in your business, and we're going to try and integrate things for newbies and leaders kind of back and forth, okay? Number three, join us for a power hour, and we will teach you how to do IPA. IPA is income producing activity. We do 3 power hours a week in the morning at 6 a.m. Central Standard, 5 a.m. Mountain Standard for you early risers, or those of us who aren't so early riser and have learned to get their butts out of bed because their business means that much to them. Okay? I am not a morning person. Okay? Or come to our Tuesday night one. We're going to try and make Tuesday night our structured Zoom for newbies to come in and learn how to do it. So Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, if we have some Easterns on here. Come to that Zoom. That's going to be our structured Zoom where we're showing you what we're doing. But again, if you watch that Silver and 7 series, it pretty much tells you what we're doing. Okay? So I've covered a lot. I know we said, you know, this is usually a 40-minute Zoom. I've gone to 43 minutes, but my Zoom did tell me that I get extra time tonight. So do we have any questions, comments, thoughts? Any questions from anyone? Things you want to you're confused by or need clarification on. Anything anyone wants to add? I'm an extrovert. I'm supposed to count 7 seconds at this point.
Catherine, did you see Andrea wrote in the chat, what does silver mean?
Oh, good job. I was using lingo. What does silver mean? Silver means you have 3 people who join you as an ambassador. Okay? If you get 3 people to join you as an ambassador and have 100 PV pass through their back office, so basically order around $100 worth. That's 100 PV is around $100. It's usually a little bit more than $100. So whether it's like, let's say your one friend joins you here in November, okay? And let's say that you don't get, in your next 2 join you in December. Once your November friends, if they order 100 PV and then you have a new person in December and each of them order a welcome pack, that would mean you were silver. Or if in the next week you have 3 friends join you, your mom, your best friend, and your sister-in-law, you would get silver. What does that mean? It means that you get a fun little certificate in the mail from Plexus saying congratulations, and a little magnet, I think, too. And you would get a $100 bonus. And you would get paid, if they order a welcome pack, you'd get paid $25 for each of them. And you'd get residual income every time that they order after that. Okay? That's our first rank in Plexus. So you come in as an ambassador. After you have 3 ambassadors underneath you, you're silver. And then there's more ranks after that. And I would encourage you to get with your sponsor to look at the compensation plan, because it is amazing. It works. This is not one of those network marketing companies where just the people on top make the income. Anybody can make the income, and anyone can do this business. Anyone. No education level, no special talents. We have, I am extroverted, yes, but we have introverts on this team that are doing absolutely amazing. Okay, people of all different skills, talents, backgrounds can do this business. It does not take anything special. It just takes hard work and diligence and continual reaching out and following up. Sharing, opening your mouth and sharing. That's what it takes. So that was a good question, Andrea. Anyone else? Did I use any other lingo that I didn't catch? I dissected IPA, so.
Is there a thing where we can figure out what color we are?
Yeah, I could put the link up on Positively Running. I can look at that.
Can I jump in on that too?
Book. Yep.
Catherine, that is also one of the activities in your back office under Rank Up Roadmap. Road to Silver has a that quiz on discovering your color.
And that's a great resource too. If you're not silver yet, go into the back office under the Rank Up Roadmap, and Jane's going to show you how to find it on Thursday.
Yes, I will.
What a great resource. I'm using it because I'm working for Emerald, and so I know what I need to do to get to Emerald. And they have a video for each rank, and then they kind of map it out visually. This is how you do it. And, you know, it's just a really nice guide for you to follow each time that you're ranking up. So, and I believe that every single person here could do this. It's really about sharing, and each of you have fabulous leaders. And I can tell you, I have a fabulous team of leaders on this team. And you have fabulous leaders who will hold your hand and help you get there. Okay? And I am here too as a support to them to help you get there. We cheer each other on. We cheer, like, I get equally excited about, you know, somebody, 2 people beneath me who gets a new person, or 3 people. It's like, it's super excited to watch this team grow. Any other questions, thoughts? Other things you'd like to learn about after I talk tonight? I know we're going to talk back office. We're going to try and incorporate more product things on the team page. We're probably not going to take team Zoom time to do product knowledge, but we're going to try and feed it there. And then we're encouraging you to go to those events where you can learn more about the products.
When you're sharing, make sure you're following the FDA rules.
Yes, that's a very good point, Kayleen. Talk to your sponsor about how to share. So one thing I could say tonight, because I'm on a Zoom, I use the term Hashimoto's thyroiditis or hypothyroid. When I share my story on Facebook, on my page, I cannot name my disease. Okay, so when you're sharing your story, work with your sponsor on how to craft a compliant post. And if your sponsor ever reaches out to you and say, hey, that one post that you have, Chaitan, I love you, go. That one post that you have is, you can't say this, don't take it defensively, or we've all made those mistakes. We've all gotten called up by our sponsor saying you can't say that, or by the compliance people, right? So just know we're all on a journey and learning that. So just don't take it in a bad way if one of us say, hey, you can't say that word. We're just teaching you. So thank you, Kayleen. Good point.
There's times where I want to.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if I just told them I had RA, they would be like, oh.
Right? I know. You can
Kayleen, that's when you use the private messaging. You can tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
In private message, you can talk to them, yes. Right, Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't post it publicly.
I mean, I always say, this is my story. Yours may or may not be the same. Although with thyroid, I'm like, there's so many testimonies of it helping, because insulin being that master hormone, right? I feel so confident. I'm like, but I always say, it's like, I can't guarantee that your story will be the same as mine, but this is my story. Because we can't claim to cure or promise anything, right? But, or with stomach problems, I'm always like, I am like 99.9% sure that you will feel better on these products, because they make your stomach feel so much better. Yeah. Good. Anyone else? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please tune in on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern for Jane's training on the back office. I will not be there live because I'm going as arm candy with the new school board member to a banquet. That's what he called himself the whole time on the Plexus Leaders Retreat on our cruise. He's like, are you here for as arm candy too? He'd say to the guys. I'm like, you are so funny. So now I said I'm doing the same thing at the board meeting on Thursday. I'm going as arm candy. But the chamber dinner or something, that's what we have to go to. But I'm looking forward to watching the training afterwards. And I know Jane will do a fabulous job because she's amazing. Okay. But thanks for joining us. This was so fun to have so many of you. And, let us know if you have any questions, if we can help you get started. We want to be here to help you out. And you all have fabulous sponsors. I know you can do it. Reach out to them, say, I want to go for this, and let's do it. Right? Okay?
Thank you.
Mom, keep it in here today. Thanks so much. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.